Salisbury claimed its second consecutive CAC championship in 2014, edging Christopher Newport 2-1 in overtime in the title showdown to earn the conference's automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. The Seagulls went on to blank Center and Wellesley on their way to the Final Four for the second straight year and ninth time in program history. Salisbury's postseason run then came to a close in the national semifinals with a 2-1 loss to Bowdoin. Now let's preview all 7 CAC field hockey teams' prospects entering the 2015 campaign, counting down the preseason poll along the way.
My goals and expectations for this season are actually to be bigger, better, faster, stronger than we have over the past couple years. I think that Frostburg field hockey this year is really going to turn some heads with the veteran players and the new players that we have coming in. I expect to see goal deficits drop even further than they have, and I expect to see some W's where we've had losses in the past.
The past couple years we've kind of been in a rebuilding stage of our program. I'm really hoping that we can break through that this year and hopefully have a better record than we've had in the past couple years. As a team, we're all really hoping that we can make CACs and win more CAC games this year than we have in the past.
Key losses, actually, we had one major loss from last season, our senior Courtney Abel. She was really the voice of the team. She carried a lot of the emotional piece of the team, and she actually graduated last year, and she was in our forward line as a starter, so she will not be back. We actually have many key returners, which is great for us. On our forward line, we have Alex Darrow and Jackie Best, who work very well as a team. This will actually be their third year working side by side together, and I expect them to put a lot of balls in the net. In our midfield line, we have junior Taylor Bowen coming back, who will actually take a different role in the midfield and have more of a role in the midfield. She will be supporting our forward line a lot this year. We have Emma Wade, who's returning in the back, who will anchor our team. And then we have Ashley Johnson, who has been an intricate part of this team. We can put her wherever, whenever, and she can play the position. And then we have Jackie Gover, who will be in between the pipes this year. She was almost starting every game last year and has the experience, and she's only a junior, so I think she's going to do some great things this year.
Our strength and conditioning coach, Nick, he made a really great packet for us this summer. I think a lot of the girls stuck very close to it. A few of us played in a summer league together, and that really helped us. It's always great to be able to play in the off season with your teammates because you don't always get a chance to do that.
We actually have a really large incoming class. We have 12 incoming freshmen this year. In particular, we have a handful that I know will actually get into our starting lineup this year, and the ones that are not within the starting lineup will actually play an intricate role in subbing. So we have a lot of fresh legs this year and a way to fill in the holes from what we were missing from last year.
I'm looking forward to seeing how our team gels together with the new freshmen. We had a rather small team last year, and we were really close, and it worked very well in the field. But I think this coming year with the new freshmen and all of our talent and their talent combined, I think is going to make for a good season.
Well, the CAC as a conference for field hockey is very strong. You constantly will see Salisbury, Christopher Newport, even Mary Washington in the top 20 in Division III. So that causes us to have a tougher out-of-conference schedule. This year we actually added Lynchburg into our schedule, which I think will be a tough opponent. Eastern Mennonite was somebody that we added into the schedule, which should be a challenge for us this year. So we really want to challenge ourselves across the board, whether it's in conference or out-of-conference play.
We have a pretty tough schedule this year, both CAC and non-CAC games. I'm hoping that our tough non-CAC games will prepare us for the CAC games, and hopefully we'll get some big wins in there. My favorite part about being a student athlete in general is the sense of community and the friendship that you make on your team. Also, we have a really good sense of community amongst all aspects of this college, and I've never had a professor who made it difficult for me to make a practice or make a game or anything like that. So I think we have a great sense of community amongst everyone at this school.
Well, I think for us, we are very young. We've learned a lot of lessons last year, but we lost seven seniors. So it's going to be a little bit of a building year, but our goals are always to get better every game and make it to the CAC playoffs. And then once you're in the playoffs, anything goes.
Some team goals and expectations this year. We have a really young team, so I would say really to just take it one game at a time and not get too far ahead of ourselves, but the end goal is obviously to make NCAA.
Well, we lost 7, but we returned 16. So we returned 16 people that have good college playing experience. So the 7 will obviously be missed, but we're definitely looking forward to seeing what the ones that weren't actually starters being on the field and doing what they need to do. Well, our captains are definitely senior captains, and we have a junior captain, and they're definitely going to be a big part of our success. We have a couple in the defensive end, a couple in the offensive end, so we are looking for them to lead, and for the other returners that were starters last year, or maybe starters for the last couple of years, they're going to be expected to take on the roles that seniors would be taking on anyway. So it's not necessarily about seniors versus freshmen. It's about experience and getting out there and doing what you need to do. We have a smaller class this year. Last year we had 13 incoming freshmen, so this year we're down to 7 or 8. And for us, it was a matter of trying to get key people in key positions. So making sure that our freshmen were able to get the experience that for this year if they're ready, or for next year. Definitely to be able to step out and do the job that we need them to do. So we're not heavy in freshmen, but it's okay. Fortunately, we only play with 11 people.
It's the past couple years I've been here, CNU's been always a back and forth game. 1-0 loss, then we'll play them again in the tournament. It's always really fast paced game, and we always have a good crowd at that one.
Our conference is always really tough. I mean, we constantly have people that are ranked in the top 10, sometimes top 20, but mostly top 10. So conference-wise, it's going to be strong all over again, and the teams that are not ranked are getting better every year, and pushing themselves, and it's highly competitive to see who's going to be in those top 5 spots. Our non-conference schedule, we picked up the defending national champions. We have probably 2 or 3 others that are typically ranked in the top 20, and some other schools that we play highly competitive games with. So it's going to be a challenge, and every day is going to be different, and we're looking forward to putting it all out there.
I would say the best part about being a Wesley College athlete is how small the school already is. So it's like the athletics is one big community here at a small school, and we all kind of stick together and know each other, and you can tell who the athletes are and who they aren't.
off of our success last year. We won 10 games, we fought hard in the conference, and I'd like for us to do even better this year. The team, wants to keep improving, keep challenging every team in the conference so that we can contend for that conference championship.
We had a really strong season last year, but we're just going to work this year to improve that. We want to win more than 10 games last year because that's how many we won last year. We are trying to make it past the first round in the CAC conference, and we're just trying to win the 50-50 games that we can and beat opponents that we struggled to beat last year.
We lost 6 wonderful seniors, but people are stepping up in big ways, and we have a lot of strong core returners as well. So although we miss our wonderful class of 2015, we're still excited for this year, and hopefully they come back to games. Well, I have 2 senior captains, Emily Bishop and Nina Collins, who are going to be leading our team this year. My other 2 seniors, Emily Smithers and Grace Reingruber, are also strong contenders on our team. Emily really leads the defense, and Grace is, as our center midfielder, controls our midfield. So we have great strength at the top of our team with our seniors, in addition to incoming talent as well.
Well, in our spring season, everybody pushed themselves and worked on the individual things that they needed to fix. And then over the summer, I know that all of our teammates worked really hard and are really ready to be back here. And preseason, we've all been pushing ourselves and working together and bonding, so I'm expecting a really great season from us together. Definitely to playing some of the games that were really tough for us last year. I'm excited to play CNU, which we took into double overtime, and I'm really hoping, I know our team is too, that we can beat them this year. But yeah, that's definitely what I'm looking forward to the most for us.
I'm excited. I think we have a lot of good competition this year, a lot of 50-50 games, which means we're going to have to fight really hard to win them, and they're going to be a battle.
Well, we have a lot of away games this year, and I think that will be challenging for our team, but I think that we are ready for the challenge. We have a lot of good opponents and a lot of 50-50 games, but I think we're going to come out strong, and I think we're going to win a lot of games this year. I think everybody needs to watch out for us. I think my favorite thing is just everybody in this program is so supportive, whether they're your coach or somebody else's coach. Everybody knows everyone, and it's just a really, really fun program to be a part of because everybody's so supportive no matter what sport you play.
Our goals are to continue to build on the change of culture that we've started in the past 2 years. Our expectations are pretty high. We obviously continue to, we want to improve on everything that we built last year. We expect to do just as well. And I think our off-the-field goals are pretty much the same. We ended up having the highest GPA out of all the sports at York College, so we expect to maintain our off-season success as well. Our key returners will pretty much be our entire team. We have 8 returners, and they all had significant playing time. Of them, we had Allie Posey, who had a great year. Autumn Mallory was also in the top of the conference with scoring. Shania Galvin, she was also there. Holly Martin will be a leader for us, as well as Sydney LaMarche and Alexa Taylor.
I think goals for this year would be to improve our record from last year and to make it one step further and make it to the CAC championship game.
Yep, we have 11 new incoming kids. We will have we'll have one transfer who I think will add to our defense. We have 2 other strong defenders who are coming in who we will really need them to step up and replace the strong defense that we lost last year. I think they'll add a lot of speed to our defense. We also will have 3 local girls who are coming in who I think will do great for the team. Everyone's pretty speedy, so I think adding speed to what we have with our incoming class will really show the entire class as a whole is going to add a whole new component to our game.
Really just getting to know the new incoming class and looking forward to meeting them and seeing all the girls every day because like they're a second family. So it'll be nice to get together with them every day.
I think one of my strengths as a coach is to work on individual skills and to teach the overall game sense. So when I am recruiting, I look a lot for strong athletes. So maybe it's not the best player on the field skill-wise, but I see that she has a desire and like a passion for the game, and she is athletic, and those are things that I really look for in recruiting. And then if you get that hard worker in here, you know that they'll put in the extra time to perfect the skills, and you can't teach the desire and the passion that a lot of the girls that I recruit have. We added 2 strong teams. We added 3 teams actually this year. We added Kenyon, who we have opening weekend. They're our 3rd competition. And then we have F&M, who we have the second week, second or third week. And then we also have McDaniel. So adding, I think the Centennial Conference in general is very strong. So adding 2 more teams from their conference will really help us to get ready for our in-conference play. And Kenyon, they're not a local team, but they were extremely successful last year. So opening up with them, again, will really help to get us ready for what we have in conference. The rest of the teams that we kept on our schedule, every game we had last year was pretty close, so we had to perform well out of conference last year, and we'll have to do the same thing this year. Within conference, I think we'll be pretty similar to last year. I hope to, again, finish in a good position to be going into the conference tournament. We open up with Mary Wash, and then we have Christopher Newport, so we do have 2 very strong teams right from the beginning. So again, I think that will be great. We can hopefully, again, continue to be successful within our conference play. I think our strengths will be our athleticism and our ability to continue to push our limit. We have girls coming in who are extremely excited to be here, and I think the excitement is going to build our character as a team, and hopefully just the entire culture and what we're known for at York College Field Hockey, and just that we have respectful athletes who they play hard because that's the passion that they have.
Our goals and expectations for the upcoming season would be obviously to win the conference championship. I think we always look to get a bid into the NCAA tournament. That is a little difficult at times, but I think we have a really good shot of it this year.
Definitely one of our goals is to win the CACs. Our conference is hard, but I think we are going to have a really great team, so I think we definitely can do that. And then just like my freshman year, I really want to make it to the Final Four and then win it all. So that's our goal.
Last year, we only graduated 1 senior. We will miss Christine with her leadership, but definitely looking for our current seniors to step up and take a more active role both on and off the field. We have lots of good key returners. I don't think anyone can really, as scouting us, pin one person down. We have, like I said, a group of 6 seniors coming in, some juniors that are going to step up and do well, and then I think our freshmen are going to surprise a lot of people, so that's exciting.
exciting to look forward to.
I think our strength and conditioning program this summer really is going to help everybody, also the incoming freshmen, because they had it as well. And I think George really has prepared us mentally and strength-wise for a tough schedule that we're going to have this season.
I think we have Trisha Lee, who's going to see some playing time in the midfield forward area. We had a transfer come in this past spring, Allegra. She's going to see some playing time as well, probably in the midfield. We have 13 freshmen coming in, so we have a good group to kind of choose from, so we'll see what happens.
Just a really great team. We have a lot of really good incoming freshmen. We only lost one senior, so we have a great bond between us all that we've been together for a few years. So I think I'm just looking forward to finally getting to play a game and seeing how far we can go this season.
Our schedule is extremely difficult this year, both in conference and out of conference. We are playing a lot of top regional teams this year, just adding in, I think we're playing Dickinson, who was ranked regionally last year, playing Messiah College again, Lynchburg, and then our conference is always strong with Salisbury and Christopher Newport, so it's going to be a tough year for us.
Non-conference wise, I'm really looking forward to playing Messiah because they're a great team and they're somebody that we haven't played against so far. Franklin and Marshall is going to be a great game because we played them last year and came really close to beating them, and they're always a really strong team. So those are two games that I'm really looking forward to playing out of our conference. And in conference, of course, Salisbury and CNU are always our big games. I think probably just being on a team that is just works so well together, and also just being a part of something bigger than yourself for your school. Just, you know, you're not just here going to school, you're also representing your school in a really special way, because field hockey has always been a passion of mine, so it's really neat to be a student athlete and represent UMW in that way.
I think probably just like everyone else in the CAC, we're trying to win a conference championship. For this season, I would say my goals, well, as a team, to make it to the CAC tournament and win a conference championship. We only graduated 2, Belle Tunstall and Allie Hackbarth. We have 8 incoming freshmen that we're pretty excited about, and we'll see how they perform. During the off season, we practice 5 days a week. Are out here early in the morning and just putting in a lot of work, weight training, conditioning, skills, working as a team and getting the team ready for the next season. This season, well, being a senior is really exciting, and just seeing the whole team come together. We have a bunch of new freshmen, and just seeing how we can all work together throughout the season to win some games. Well, CAC plays 3 teams in the top 20 in the country, so they're a super strong conference, and even the other teams that weren't placed in the top 20, in my opinion, could be in the top 20. It's definitely a tough schedule. On top of that, we have some other nationally ranked teams that we play, so our strength of schedule is pretty strong. For non-conference play, we definitely have a tough schedule. We're playing some really good teams, so it's exciting to see how we do against those teams. And the conference games are also always tough. CAC is a very strong conference for field hockey, and yeah, just getting to play those teams again year after year is always exciting. Being a student athlete at CNU is really awesome. There's a really great student athlete community and teams supporting each other, going to each other's games, and also just the whole school. The whole school is always behind us, coming out to the games, and so there's a lot of support and a lot of academic support, as well as in the weight room, just a lot of different support.
All right, our goals and expectations really don't change from year to year. We set the parameters really high, and we expect to reach them, and we work really hard to do that. So, we certainly want to be one of the top teams in the conference, and be pushing for a conference championship at the end of the regular season, and have an opportunity to move on to the NCAA tournament, and hopefully have a good run there.
Our goals and expectations as a team for this upcoming year, of course, to make it back to the conference playoffs, as we've had in the last 2 years. Also, hopefully getting a bid back to the NCAA playoffs like the last 2 years. And of course, winning a national championship is our #1 goal.
Well, Summer Washburn, All-American, a big loss for us in the midfield. So, that's going to be tough to replace. We got Rachel Kluwer, Mallory Elliott, all real good contributors. So, we got some holes to fill, but we got a lot of new people in. We've got 11 new people in the field right now. We'll see how many of those actually make it, through preseason. But, we have some really good freshmen coming in, and the returners have worked really hard in the spring and, over the summer, and, they're ready to go. So. Well, certainly, Sam Johnson, Courtney Jansen on our forward line, our top 2 goal scorers are back, so we're real excited about having them back and what they can do. They've worked really hard, and, they certainly want to continue to score some goals. Hannah Miller back, Breck Sullivan, Amanda Cooper, all on defense. So, we've got a good defensive unit as well. Midfield, we're going to have to work hard to fill some holes in there and figure out who we're going to put where. But, we got a really good core group coming back, juniors and seniors, and I think we're solid.
Our off-season, both last spring and in the summer, has been tough. Our running and lifting programs both are amazing by our strength and conditioning trainer, Matt Nine. He really works us hard both in the spring and gives us a lot of homework to do over the summer. So out here running our run tests, we've been great.
Well, we got a lot of them, so, we'll see what they can do. But, certainly on paper and on film, they look pretty good. But, we got Jackie Ford coming in, who's going to be a real good defender for us. Emily Lemansky, Catherine Sweeney, all really top players. Emma Vicchio. We got a local player, Kristen Yingling, who was one of the Player of the Years for Bayside. So, we've got some strong rookies coming in that I think are going to be able to step up and push some of the veterans and probably be jockeying for a starting position.
Just getting back with the team, honestly, it was such a great group of girls. We have usually hold about a team from 25 to 30, so it's always amazing to be back with those group of girls.
Well, our CAC is getting stronger and stronger every year. So, Mary Washington, Christopher Newport, very, very good opponents. York was up there last year. Certainly Wesley is always a battle of Route 13. So, regardless of what their season's going, that's always a tough game for us. And, Frostburg's really coming into their own. So, and St. Mary's had a good run last year. So, we're getting stronger and stronger as a conference, and, that makes it certainly harder for us to reach our goals, but, it's good that we're being pushed a little bit harder. Our non-conference games, the usuals, Messiah, College of New Jersey, they're always really tough. We've got Virginia Wesleyan, who's a newcomer this year on our regular schedule, Lynchburg back on the schedule. So, we've got some tough opponents in there that are certainly going to give us a hard way to go.
Looking at our CAC schedule at least, we have 5 home games the whole season, and our toughest ones are all away. So with the construction we have here on campus, I think that plays a big part into it, but we're looking forward to another great stadium in the upcoming years.
Well, the senior class is, a little bitter about the last 2 years. They certainly didn't reach their goals. The 2 Final Four appearances, that's phenomenal. And, really, that should be enough, but it's not. And, their goal is to get back in and win it. They don't want to be known as the team that couldn't finish. And so they want to really work hard and have an opportunity to get back there and, perhaps win a national championship, and that's going to be their goal. But there's a lot of variables in between, and that doesn't always happen. So, but we're going to be solid, and I think we're going to give it a good run.
The community, knowing everyone. I have so many friends that are all student athletes, and the community as a whole is great. Everyone's amazing to each other. We cheer each other on. Girls soccer is up there running their run test this morning while we were warming up, and we were just out there cheering them on. It's great. It's a good feeling to be out here again.